What? Freaking YouTube's channel analytics says I need to use better recording equipment like lights and editing and freaking microphones. Well, how will you fucking pay attention and hear what I say? Rather, I'm just joking. I make these shit videos. I stack bullshit behind me in the room. I sleep. Hey, you can stop drinking. Be not being retarded is harder. Um, yeah. So this was supposed to be a second first video for my new YouTube channel that I'm trying to start. I don't think it's really gonna work. I don't think I got myself kicked out of the Marine Reserves 13 freaking years ago. And I was right before then a locked on Marine. I had a ship date to go to officer candidate school. I had just gotten in. I was conditionally released from command for training. I went my friends picked me up to go to one of their houses and I was already drinking and I was like self-celebrating having gotten into officer candidate school. Well, right away I did some froggy stupid shit in my buddy's kitchen and he kicked me out of the kitchen. I went running off to run the 12 miles home. Like no big deal for me right then. Now, like 12 miles, dude, I'll walk like 600 yards maybe. No, I'll walk like a mile every week. I walk like 2 miles every week, I think, on the weekend. But like talking about what it takes to do to move forward after getting kicked out of the military and like not be a burden on people around you. Usually, for most people, has to do with stopping drinking. Maybe it's just the people I know are all people who have had to stop drinking, and whatever we did had something to do with being an alcoholic. Um, but this second first video was supposed to go on my other channel, but they canceled my channel already. So this is going on my regular channel. So you don't get to see the first video, I just get to allude to it. I didn't speak clearly enough so no one could hear uh, what I'm talking about. What I was talking about was going through paralegal training and being a bonded and registered legal document assistant with past misdemeanors on my record. They're mainly expunged, but it's kind of pointless. Like you should be able to just explain to people, I don't drink anymore because every time I've drank, I've gone into some situation or another, and often enough, it had to do with getting in some type of altercation with someone verbally or like breaking something outside of a bar. I had a favorite thing. I would break mirrors off of the sides of cars. It's so stupid too. They charge you with vandalism under $400, but it always costs $700, $800, $900 to replace someone's mirror. But so I don't do that anymore because I don't drink. I bet you I'm still irritated enough on some level about life in general that I'd go outside and break a mirror. I'd do something, but I feel like I'm way happier about life. I didn't think I was unhappy. I was a substitute teacher and a football coach, and I decided to enlist in the Marine Reserves. Like, hoorah, yeah, let's go do this. I was 28 already. Well, I started getting pissed right in the freaking middle of boot camp. All 18-year-old dudes around me. I snapped all of a sudden and started cussing at everybody. Um, that's why you're supposed to enlist when you're 18 and not 28. I did it right before you need a waiver, but there's a reason why you need a waiver right around then. Is that you're through being all these types of ways that 18-year-old people are. The flip side of that, though, is that you also aren't through doing a lot of other things like running around, doing discipline, military type stuff. Not type stuff. Everything you do in the Marines is military activity, but I don't know. I hadn't drank for like 2 years when I enlisted, and I spent another year enlisted, and I drank. I just thought it was like a thing I could do, and it was great for like 6 months. And then I got in this fight. Something was gonna happen, I guess. Like maybe it almost did it. Maybe I almost made it to officer candidate school, but I basically don't drink because I know something's gonna happen. Now it's been like 5 years. I don't feel like drinking. I mean, I don't talk about it because it's like my way of not drinking. It's usually something that when I talk about it, it's for the purpose of helping someone else. So the show was the one video show on this other channel I started that they just said broke some rule was The Other Show, OTHER show podcast. I guess there's already another show called The Other Show, and maybe I violated, even though I capitalized OTH. Whatever. I want to talk about like how people move forward from the peculiar situation of being kicked out of the military. I grew up on all these stories from these Vietnam vets about shit like they do to get sent back to country. Like now you just get kicked out. So it's sort of this little interstitial half generation of mine where everything changed while we were growing up. Like computers came around, cell phones, the internet, freaking. I mean, there's so many things where we're the last little half generation where people who are still in like my pipelines of like educational training, half of us started taking all notes, with pen and paper during class. The other half is like, you can't hear the teacher, professor in a law school freaking talking because there's too many laptops. So I don't know. We'll see if they give me my channel back. I've been in 2 social media jails this year, LinkedIn and YouTube now. Man, this is going to be too much.